Vážení diváci, vítejte zpět u další části našeho let's play na Zaklínače 3, kde minule jsme se do toho trochu zamotali, protože jsme měli hlavní úkol a s Regisem jsme projednali, co jsme měli, pak jsme šli za knižnou, tam jsme řekli, co je potřeba, s tím jakože teda jsem byl trochu na straně Regise a Deadlafa z toho důvodu, že Deadlaf přece jenom byl využíván. A díky tomu, co jsem jim řekl, pátráme po viníkovi. Takže jsme našli víno, našli jsme vlastně špatný sud, kde byl vyměněný a tím pádem jsme se dostali k tomu, že sudy s vínem, s královským vínem, se dostalo do špatných rukou. Každopádně, tím, že se dostalo víno do špatných rukou, má samozřejmě za následek to, že my pátráme potom kdo tahá za nitky, že jo? Protože je potřeba zjistit, kdo tahá za nitky, aby vyšší upír Deadlav byl buď očištěn nějakým způsobem, samozřejmě je to vrah, takže jako těžko ho někdo očistí, ale aby jsem ho nemusel zabít. Jo, cíl je, abych ho nemusel zabít, protože Regis je samozřejmě můj starý přítel, jo, a proti němu rozhodně nepůjdu, ani náhodou, to je prostě jeden ze starých přátel Geralta a rozhodně má na mě hodně velký vliv a si myslím, že je důležité ho poslechnout. Dále, pak jsme si tady překopali pár věcí, mezi tím jsme překopali staty, takže jsme si tady meditace schopnosti jsme přeházeli takto, že jsme si tam dali vlastně ještě tak techniky školy Gryfa, proto aby středně těžká zbroj byla pro nás lepší a plus jsme si tam dali nějaký sebeovládání, že jo. Takže pokud je vás stavící výdrž moc nízká, lze sesílat znamení za cenu adrenalinu, což je samozřejmě důležité, že jo. Pak jsme tady trochu překopali, že jsme si tady trochu vylepšili ten yard, protože to je fakt dobrý znamení. A lepší jak Igny. Igny tam jsme si nechali už na ten proud ohně. A pak samozřejmě máme méně smyslů na akcí, protože samozřejmě v těch dialozích, když máte akcí, tak to vůbec není špatná věc. Pak samozřejmě tady máme nějaké věci na útok. Samozřejmě. A pak jsme si tady dali nějaký bodíky. Takže tohle je hotový. Ale potom ještě inventář. Inventář to mi potřeba udělat pár změn, protože máme tady mnohonásobně silnější ocelový meč. Takže proč to neudělat? Pak průraznost boje. Určitě ještě by šance na podpálení, to mám prostě rád, jestli to tu je, šance na podpálení tady. Tady 5% šance na podpálení, bomba, to prostě musí být, to prostě mám rád. A šance na vrávorání a na otravu, takhle, ať je to pořádně bolí. Pak střelnou zbraň máme kuše z Geralta z Rivie, kterou jsme dostali, protože je lepší, má silnější útok jak tahle. Sice tady je relikvie, ale staty má menší. Jo, takže tím pádem, jakož je lepší, tak jsem si ji tam dal. Pak tady máme teda zbroje. Máme tady zbroje tyhle, které jsme našli u Regise. My jsme s ním dělali quest, ale my si necháme mistrovskou zapomenutou vlčí zbroj, protože se mi prostě líbí a já si prostě chci hrát. S ohledem na to, jaký má tam ta staty, i když tam má taky dobrý staty. Neříkám, že je špatná, ale nechám si to. No, takže takhle asi, tak nějak tak všeobecně nějakých pár změn, co jsme tady vyrobili. A my máme další povinnosti. Tady máme teda otazník. Ten tam předtím nebyl, ten nám tam asi musel nějak vyrůst. A povinnosti nás vedou za knižnou do přístavní části. Ale každopádně nebylo by špatný teď zjistit ten otazníček, protože přece tady já už to mám vyčištěný. A docela rád bych věděl, co tam nás to zavede. Tak mohli bychom se třeba i taky trochu vyspat, že jo? Protože je ta noc a ta noc je taková otravná, prostě vlezlá. Takže si dáme den, ráno teda samozřejmě, aby ta obloha byla trochu hezčí, aby jsme tady měli víc světla teda v té hře, protože kolikrát je to jakoby dost tmavý. V tmavých místech. Zvlášť tady v této části o vínu a krvi vlastně máte buď pořád světlo, všechno je světlý, anebo máte všechno tmavý. No, to je protože samozřejmě s těma upírama, s tím vším je to všechno tmavý, protože oni jsou ve tmě. Tak každopádně, zjistíme, co máme tady. Nevím, co tam je. se kvíná a zjistíme to. To je tady, aha, možná. A tady nic není, já jsem se šel podívat, jestli náhodou není pod zemí. Ten otazník je fakt divný. Si myslím, že je to bug, že se to mělo splnit normálně tady s tím, jak jsme to dělali. A že ono se mi to nesplnilo, tím pádem ten otazník vlastně není kompletní, není hotový. Takže na to dlabem. Každopádně tady tu mistrovskou zapomenutou zbroj by bylo dobrý získat velmistra, že jo, co si budeme povídat. Tak tady bude asi nějaký, to bude asi bug nebo co, já nevím. Seru na to. Tak, jdeme dál. Jdeme tady po hlavním questu, půjdeme za tou Anou zjišťovat co a jak dál. Protože i já jsem docela zvědavý na to, kdo zatím stojí. A kdo tahá za nitky kvůli deadlapovi. A vůbec se mi to jako nelíbí. Protože proč bych měl zabíjet vyššího upíra, někoho takového, jako je třeba Regris nebo deadlap. Když to jde udělat i bez zabíjení. A radši bych volil cestu teda diplomacie, nějaké diplomacie z toho důvodu, že ho nechci zabíjet. Jo, uvidíme teda, jak to dopadne. Minulé, co si pamatuju, ty minulý průchody hrou, tak vždycky to dopadlo tak, že jsem ho zabil. A pokaždý jsem měl souboj, pokaždý jsem měl velký souboj s deadlafem, kde jsem nakonec po úmorným souboji vyhrál. Ale samozřejmě ono musí zabít Regis, že jo, takže tam ho zabije Regis. To jsem asi říkat neměl, No nevadí. Ale dneska už je to jedno, protože dneska se každý může na to podívat, každý si to může zahrát. A ty konce už většinou lidi znají, teda ne všechny, jako protože teď jsem taky si psal nějakou holčinou a ještě s nějakýma dalšíma lidma, kteří hrajou dokonce Zaklínače 3 pořád poprvé, jako jo, takže mě to docela překvapilo. Jsou hráči, kteří můžou hrát Zaklínače 3 poprvé, jak jedničku, tak dvojku. Každopádně, pokud někdo takhle hraje, tak doporučuji hrát všechny díly. Samozřejmě 3 je nejlepší, největší, ale potřebujete zahrát dvojku, abyste si mohli přenést savey a měli tady další postavy. A jedničku z toho důvodu, abyste měli návaznost s příběhem, protože ten příběh je tady obrovský.
Here at last. We lack only Damien now. I'm worried something might have happened to him.
Captain seems like a man who can take care of himself.
Perhaps he can, but this Cintry appears to be no common bandit. He managed to steal ducal wine from under my guardsman's noses. We only learned of it through a fortunate coincidence. And it was he who specified the victims for the vampire. One must be exceptionally confident to blackmail such a monster.
Still don't know this Cintrian's behind the kidnapping and blackmail. Might have just handled the theft of the wine.
Even if it's so, he then sold the wine to the blackmailers. As I see it, that makes him an accomplice.
Need to find the Cintrian, whether or not he's responsible for the murders. Even if none of it's his doing, he could still know our blackmailer's identity. Besides, it's one thing to know who ordered the killings. Other thing entirely, and just as important, is why they... Someone's coming.
Captain, why so long? We expected you hours ago.
This Cintrian does not work alone. We are fighting an organization, not one man. Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. One of my boys has a broken arm, another a shattered knee, lamed for life. And the word on the street is there's a hefty bounty on your head, Geralt.
Used to it. Not the first time I've been hunted.
Must you always? Now, the port warehouse where the wine was delivered, we identified it, then learned who had hired it out. This proved to be a beggar, a stand-in. We found him. He admitted all. A man had paid him to sign the lease, a man he met while begging outside the pheasantry. There, fate lent us a hand. A waitress recalled spilling wine on a nobleman who spoke with a Cintrian accent.
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. No distinguishing marks. This could be anyone. But she remembered his female companion very well, as she recognized her. On the Cintrian's arm was Cecilia Bellant.
The singer? I've heard of her. She's said to be gifted, very.
The same. We went to her home immediately. Cecilia was not there, but we questioned her servants. A chambermaid claimed Cecilia is to meet a Cintrian gentleman tonight. She'd invited him to a reception mounted by the Mandragora.
Budeme řešit.
Gotta nab the Cintrian. Seems we have to go to that get-together.
You read my mind, Witcher. I shall gather my men, surround the establishment. Not a mouse will squeeze through.
Out of the question. If the Cintrian truly does have men about the city, he will find out and escape once again.
Duchess is right. Need to be careful. Best go there, blend in with the crowd.
Precisely what we shall do.
We, Your Grace.
Geralt and I. In that sort of company, the Witcher could use my help.
Where's the event gonna be held?
The Mandragora always assembles at the same place, a residence in Oatville. It's a very distinguished district. Geralt, you must don appropriate attire. Then meet me in Oatville, in Mountebank Alley.
No jo, no jo. A už zase máme tmu. Pořád mám tmu, vole. Pořád, vole, budu tady ve tmě a v noci, vole. Když si dám den, vole, vyspím se, vole, tak abych mohl, vole, tak zase, vole, ve tmě.
Ever fight a Witcher?
Trickery!
Didn't look like locals. Damien's right. I'm a hunted man.
A few coppers for bread, please, sir. takers? Last call, then I head home.
Prý zamčeno, já prošel, jo. Tipný.
Summoning a witcher? Was that truly necessary?
Sacre bleu. It's a crime. You're from the north, that's painfully clear.
Excuse me?
There is no excuse. There is but the need to outfit you anew. My salon stands open. Please come in.
Tak můžeme.
In the mood for a round of Gwent?
Mám vůbec něco jiného než hrabání karet. 14 už hezký. Jako zatím se docela drží, jako jo, není to tak hrozný. Čekal jsem jako, že to bude jiný, ale zatím se docela drží. No, uvidíme. Ty vole, on má furt samý špehy. Udělal dost, ale já jsem vyhrál.
All just Thanks. Think that
Ever your servant, sir.
Ty vole, a který to teda budou?
Welcome.
all jests is Thanks. Think that
Ever your servant, sir.
Který to můžou být? Já nevím.
all just
I'm
thanks.
ever your servant, sir.
Aha, to je ono, paráda.
All just
I'm
thanks.
ever your servant, sir.
Oh,
Where are you sticking?
Reginald Aubrey has returned, not to be missed by your king.
Pick and choose while I've the inclination.
Hark, Beauclerc!
Late. Now, why does that not surprise me?
Well, well. I did not expect you to have such a sense of style. Not all bad. Nothing like a budding artist, of course, but... Just one other detail. Here, put it on.
A mask?
All who attend the Mandragora soiree wear them. If you have one on, no one asks who you are.
Let's go. Soiree started.
Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain. How do we find the Cintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. Soon as we find her, we find him. Especially since he might be expecting us.
What do you mean?
Ran into some of his thugs in town. Knew who I was. Had it in for me.
Right. Right you are. We must proceed with caution. Come, it's our turn.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Bellant.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Kaveri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
Well, well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
Jo, to byl Marigold.
This belongs to none of them. They are guests here. Oriana, she owns this. Woman in the black dress. There, on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Kaveri orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Cintrian.
Do you feel taking a bath?
To free a
Go on, Geralt, be bold. Show us the artist.
Good, come and express yourself.
No digression.
Besmirch the canvas.
It's a paradigm manifested.
Paradigm, sparadigm, throw the damn thing.
Shh, silence. The artist must focus. Yes, sir.
Blah, blah, blah. Avant-garde, schmavant-garde. It's all about two things. Coin and pretentious. I was prepared for all sorts of criticism, but...
Sure to be in one of the
pretentious.
alcoves.
My heart's about to burst from a surfeit of beauty.
Look, lanterns. They say releasing them brings good luck.
Your muttering speaks volumes.
But what if he doesn't come?
He'll definitely come. Don't worry.
How can you be so sure?
Brother dearest, trust me. He
Look at the mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see.
My deepest regard. How fares your health, sir?
As for that stipend, I'm sure you understand. There are... We are busy. It's an outrage.
Tady pak ji máme.
How beautiful.
Please leave. This is a private alcove.
The dolphins. That is no ordinary illusion. The man is a true artist.
Mm-hmm. Impressive.
Well, hey there. Hello.
This is deathly dull. Let's go.
Your
Yes, sir.
thoughts, as you've made no effort to understand. It's a metaphor of the constant struggle for power and influence.
A metaphor.
My deepest
What else will they
regards.
think of? If they can't agree, they want to cut the line. And you, constant
Bring a
strength.
stone subtle soul requires great precision.
How fares your health, sir?
Artistry through brutality. Pellets that rupture upon striking a canvas.
You look to me an artist of immense talent.
Good to see you. Pretentious. I was prepared for all sorts. Blah, blah, blah. Avant-garde, schmavant-garde. It's all about...
Tak zatím jsem nenašel nic, jako.
No.
Where are you skittering off to?
No, I don't know.
My regards. Yes?
You look thirsty.
But what if he
Thirsty
doesn't
indeed.
come?
He'll definitely come. Don't worry,
How can you be so sure?
brother dearest.
Please go.
Aren't they even? Because they run?
Ale kde může být, jako jo, to je záhada.
What's that?
Do you seek someone?
You understand? We are busy. It's an outrage. Cecilia never...
Are you sure it's an original? Please leave us be.
My deepest regards. I beg your pardon. Do you seek someone?
Naught is nearly as fun as a pun.
We must throw off the manacles of form. Venture beyond the bounds of cognition.
Well, I never.
Color is
Do you
color.
feel taking a
Relations and
bath?
the nature of existence. It is irrelevant to the work's
Ty krávo, já ji fakt nenajdu ve výklencích, ale... Já to nemůžu najít prostě. Tady je spousta lidí, ale všechny jsem klikal, ale nenašel.
Absinthe, the preferred hooch of artists.
Careful. It packs a pretty powerful punch.
I've built up a pretty powerful resistance.
Should you tire of these things, drop them in the pail and grab a different art.
Do take care, Mitchell. Do take care, Mitchell.
Yes?
Free a stone subtle soul requires great precision.
That green, lush and verdant as a field of vines.
To vines and to wine!
Should you tire of these hues, drop purple, quite the noble color.
Splendid! The sky over Toussaint before a storm.
Or a deeply internalized fear of intimacy.
Should you tire of these hues, drop them in the pail and grab a different array.
I got it! It's the Soreto!
It's not a landscape, you pleb. It's a manifestation of the man's soul.
Blue blood is all I scarlet crimson. Composition takes shape.
No teda nevím, jak velký umělec jsem, vole, když hážu tady, vole, kraviny, vole, na tohle, na plátno.
Wine renders all art digestible. Wine's what's needed. Wine renders all art digestible.
Já jsem to vybrakoval a nemůžu to dodělat, jo. Tato jsem to teda vykoumal. Aha, už jsem to našel. Asi.
Do not disturb! Shoo, shoo!
Mm-hmm. It's the right flower.
Of course it is! A Koviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
Need to talk to your model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Lie still! You may speak, but for love's sake, do not move.
We came here to meet you, specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Centrian noble you came here with. Wanted to ask you about him.
Cintrian noble. Ah! You must think I'm Cecilia.
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move!
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the flower into the crowd. I caught it, but I did see the nobleman.
Really like to talk to him. What did he look like?
Like many here. Tall, dark, masked.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecilia a small gift. A heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together towards the refreshment tables.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur, I cannot work like this. You must leave now.
Tak jo, no. Já tam chci dodělat ještě ale tady to. Už jsou tam nějaký barvičky? Já jsem všechny vykydal.
Voila! Fine. Now, allow me a moment to ponder. My appraisal? The painting depicts spiritual dualism. The continual battle. Yes. How might I assist?
Harm exists in the material from the start.
This painting, it's rather... It's very... Bloody colorful, that's what! Ignoramus. A true talent paints like the great one. The great one? But he's a dancer. That's to say...
You look thirsty. Ooh, thirsty indeed.
Hit of fist tag. Artist's way of numbing their existential pain.
I do not even wish to comment.
The cat and the fiddle.
Color is but the shadow.
Love letter penned on a napkin. Look.
Oh, my amour, my sunbeam flittering across the firmament of...
Someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like dandelions.
This was scratched. Someone beat him with it once.
Fine. Let's give it a try.
Never suspected you believed in such things.
Tak, teď všechny ty nepovinné věci mám hotové, takže už mi tady zbývá už jenom tamto.
Need I remind you that neither did you?
Empty heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
It looks like it held a flask of perfume. A gift from the Cintrian, I imagine.
Scent still hangs in the air. Let's follow it.
Color is but the shadow of deliberations on the list of existence. It is irrelevant to the exception true. My, would I ever love to meet him? It's a shame he didn't come alone.
Need I remind you that neither did you?
To, kde už jsou ty krávo, tady takový plácek a tady budu vole se lopotit vole po lidech, protože nevím, kde to je.
How can you be so sure?
Brother dearest, trust me.
As I said, only Mandragora artists allowed. Nothing I can do.
Come, we must consider what to do.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace. Your Grace, I'd not mistake you for anyone.
Shh! Not so loud. We are here incognito, on state business.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
I hope we can count on your discretion.
Of course. I shall be silent as the grave.
Looking for Cecilia Bellant. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman. They clearly were drawn to each other.
What did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered, a black beard peeping out from under his mask, and he spoke with a foreign accent, a drawl of sorts.
That must be him. We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you.
No, stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
Quickly, upstairs.
Asi jděte se mnou. A teď se to asi opět posade, jako vždycky.
That must be Cecilia.
No pulse. We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana at once. She should bring her soiree to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go after that rogue. I shall fetch help.
Tak jo, teď už jdem po něm, tak já si nemůžu převlíknout do prdele.
Killed her, then went out on the balcony. Bloody handprint. It's his. Tore down the door. Made a platform. Clever. Must be pretty strong, too. Broke the flower pot when moving the door, then stepped in the soil. Must have climbed this ladder. Could still be here. Need to stay alert. Bloodstains. Links of a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it. Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open, probably. Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this. Must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace. Seems there was a struggle. Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out? Fall out? Sconce is bent. Smeared with blood. Someone try to grab it? Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for. Hunting knife, richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably. Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Centurion must have been the flyer.
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Centurions killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer. I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile,
we should sit. I will tell you everything in full detail. I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
fell out of the window.
Just so.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes. He stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it, many years ago, from a young woman.
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
The heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Centurion must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Oriana, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
Oriana, any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
Who were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Son Real and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It could be something else altogether. My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers. She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy. I've not seen her since.
What did your sister do to get banished?
Siana was cursed.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth. Isolated, prodded, ostracized. Couldn't have had it easy, Sienna.
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this with confidence, arrogance even. She could also be cruel at times. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Sienna knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day. In the end, they forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly since.
Think your sister might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much. The wine, its theft, was the first clue. That's very much like her. She always did enjoy stealing my toys, but I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Sienna received it from father as a gift. At a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl, someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen, or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right.
Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Dun Tyne, and if Sienna is there, you must find her. No matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way, shape, or form. You must make sure of that.
I'll find her if she's there.
I hope you do. I very much wish to talk to her. Sister to sister.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a surprise! I had no idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
My very dear friend, Detlaf van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire.
We are lending our combined resources to the Witch's Hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why are you here at Oriana's?
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for... ages. Literally. Witcher, I hear you know Regis too. Even that you are friends.
Feel I can rely on like I can on Regis. Kinda hoping he thinks the same of me.
Curious. It seems opposites really do attract.
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster, knowing you've only 2 options, to kill or be killed?
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see sword in hand. Talking gets the job done for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word. For what might a monster wish to apologize to a witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice, when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the witcher trade for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time there as a child.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses I found most fascinating.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. Want to help, Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith.
An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher, and the Duchess of Toussaint?
My.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detloff here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you were gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detloff believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore.
That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renner.
Guessing it's no accident you two stopped by.
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a dutiful little bird told us.
Mm-hmm. Oriana, she really your friend? Can she be trusted?
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in how long.
But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
Now listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are. They're based at Duntine Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renner must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there, too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detloff, who wants revenge above all else.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got a way with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detloff here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Detloff. Good luck, my friend.
Splendidly, Detloff. Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to 2 exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish the second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace, always a pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out? You have exceptional friends. This Detloff, an intriguing man to say the least.
Don't know him too well. He say much about himself?
Not much, but I've a good sense of the true nature of those I meet. I'd not survive a week at court otherwise.
So what's his?
Sensitive, sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost, which is why he comes across as grim.
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain you know what you are to do.
Mm-hmm. Gotta go to Duntine.
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count de la Croix's mill. It stands along the Saône-Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle together.
No, je to velice zajímavé. A další level.
The Witcher's not nearly as nasty as they make him out to be.
Tak a dámy a pánové, než půjdeme semka a budeme pokračovat v hlavním questu, tak si budeme udělat nějaký vedlejší úkoly, protože to bude prostě potřeba a je potřeba to tady pohnat tu mapu, protože ta mapa samozřejmě, tady část se mi podařilo docela pěkně, tady vlastně máme půlku hotovou, ale tahle ta druhá půlka nás čeká a samozřejmě to je potřeba projít, takže to si ukážeme v příštím díle. Každopádně uvidíme, co stihneme, nakolik to bude dílů, každopádně projdeme celou tu mapu a jakmile projdeme mapu, děláme vedlejší úkoly, tak se vrátíme za hlavním úkolem, kde budeme najít sestru kněžky, Sianu, a tam vím, že to nesmíme posrat, protože jinak dojde k vraždě. Každopádně, komu se video líbilo, potěší, když dáte like, když dáte odběr a uvidíme se příště. Bye bye.